Grand Rising. What up, gods and goddesses? We're back for another fuck around Find Out Tuesday with the gods you love to hate and hate to love, the motherfucking Think High crew. As you know, we're the number one place for Americanized propaganda and real fearless entertainment. So we got a nice fuck around Find Out Tuesday. You can learn a little something, something. Learn a little about yourself. Fuck around, find out with the crew. We got Nove in the building. Your boy JMC in the building. Let's get this baby warmed up. We got DJ Crazy Man on the ones and motherfucking twos. What up, Nove? You there?
Hello.
Hey, there he is. But we go get it popping with another fuck around Find Out Tuesday. If you're joining us live, go ahead and share the motherfucking room. If you're not live, still do that same motherfucking thing. Man, it's been a wonderful fucking week all week, and there's a bunch of shit that we're gonna get into today. So I hope you got your fucking thinking caps on. If not, go to thinkhighcrew.com. They're available. We have dad hats as well as
Welcome to my hood.
snapbacks. Hey, fuck around, find out Tuesday. Let's get this bitch warmed up.
Nigga need a big bag, make it flip, then we on.
Logos on the track.
Big bag, make it flip, then we on. Pump faking for the safety, then we gone. Touchdown, run it back to the home. Eating with the tribe, gotta put them in the zone. Yeah, that's big facts. That's my life on the code. Running plays on the matrix for the dough, screaming, give me more. Yeah, give me more O's. Got me feeling like Neil every time I hit the dough on the one. Run it up, double up. Hit the booth, make it bubble up. Watch it jump, do a double tuck. And when it land, make it bounce like a bubble butt. Dead press doing double dutch. Feeling loaded, we up like an uppercut. If you hating, then it's probably for the better. Whipping problems in the cheddar, then we spread it all together till we covered up. Balance, yeah. If I'm eating, then you eating, cause we have it. Law of attraction got me looking like a magnet. When you moving how I'm moving, ain't no need to be in traffic. That's the reason I'm a savage, sophisticated with manners, but still can handle the dirt. Drink with my pinky up, but move away when I work. Perfection is not a question, but understanding your work. Gotta get it how you live it before you end up a shirt. Get a big bag, make it flip, then we on. Pump faking for the safety, then we gone. Touchdown, run it back to the home. Eating with the tribe, gotta put them in the zone. Yeah, that's big facts. That's my life on the code. Running plays on the matrix for the dough, screaming, give me more. Yeah, give me more O's. Got me feeling like Neil every time I hit the dough on the one.
And your shit number 2, yeah.
I heard you motherfuckers was talking shit. Okay.
We undefeated, bitch.
It's been a troll-free week. Trolls fuck around. You know when Lil Wayne was talking to Plies and he said, okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin? So think about it, like what's a troll to just, I don't know what we are, but what's a troll to us? Troll, nothing.
What up, old man? I sure will. Hey, man. Over here trimming these trees. About to have this fuck around Find Out Tuesday with the crew. Please join us live. I'm posting some shit on Facebook and everywhere. Share this shit. The old man podcast is gonna be smart. I don't always be able to make it, but I do be trying to. One of our favorite days of the week. We can tell y'all about it. You may or may not know. Roll up. We're gonna get this bitch jumping. And you know what? I need to hit this ass. Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Fuck around, find out, Mr. Miyagi.
Sir, today is July 9th and we're back in this bitch. Another fuck around, find out Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.
Daniel's son. Daniel's son. Hey, you know what? One thing I was just thinking about, Mr. Miyagi actually always never once in his life fucked around and found out. It was always the other person.
Oh yeah,
Miyagi was always like, "Hey, you can do that shit if you want, but you finna fuck around and find out."
This little 4-foot motherfucking
right?
China man to fucking slaughter you in a heart. Japanese man, excuse me. Let me take.
That's what's funny, bro. Is like somebody that size knowing the laws of all this stuff, right? And so they could take 6'5", 230-pound solid muscle, man beaten ass beast, and they can use every bit of your strength and weight against you.
Turn your ass into a little toddler.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's the duality. That's the balance of it.
You're absolutely right. Hey, so I wanted to start this fuck around find out Tuesday that I just fucked around and find out that the world's quietest room has a challenge going that if you could sit in the room for an hour, they'll give you $5 million.
Got to be something going on with that.
So yeah, so this is
because I'm a real hard-headed person. I think I could do it.
Well, but they say all right. So the lady who went in there, right? She only lasted like 12 minutes, my nigga.
Well, that's a woman. That's why. I'm just kidding.
But it said like she felt like because when they close the door, it's completely dark. It's complete like the room is negative 20 decibels. Like you can hear your heartbeat. Like your heartbeat is loud. Like I bet you it's like a deprivation tank times fucking times 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a million or whatever. But like people are like they get so they feel like they've gone deaf and blind immediately. You know what I mean? Like, so
right.
I guess the stress that it puts on people, you know, not knowing if they're actually deaf and blind type shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes them want to get out of the room fast. But it's the Guinness Book of World Records for the. I'm trying to figure out where exactly the place is again. Yeah, it's the world's Guinness certified by the Guinness Book of World Records for the quietest place on Earth. It's I'm trying to figure where it's at. Hold on, let me see where it's at. Where they tell me it's at. Oh, Microsoft are the creators of this room, and they invested $10 million in the quietest. So I just fucked around, found out, just on the net, some shit I just didn't know, that Microsoft invested $10 million in building the quietest fucking room on Earth.
Who's Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, man said the volume was low. I was just wondering what was going on.
That was probably my mic. Hold on, turn me up.
But damn, so $10 million for the quietest room.
Yeah,
I could have did that for way cheaper. Just saying.
but they're talking about it was a $5 million prize for people who could. I just thought that was very interesting, something cool we could start to fucking show off with instead of maybe.
Shit, I'll sign up for that.
I would too, man, just to give it a shot.
I'm gonna find out if you can sign up.
I bet you your demons are definitely gonna come out, bro. Think about it, bro. Being in the room where it's
that's okay. Shit, I'm with my demons 24/7. So that ain't make shit.
Picture your heartbeat sounding so loud because it's so quiet.
Or just think about like actually hearing the noises things make before they actually make the noise.
Yeah.
So just think about if you were sitting there and you go to like move your mouth, you're gonna hear your tongue, like maybe some of your jawbone. You know what I'm saying? Like all kind of different stuff before that noise ever. That'd be crazy, man. Well, you know what? To fuck around and find out, you told me this morning, and we usually don't even talk before the show. We usually just freestyle this shit. But You
Yeah.
told me this morning that because I was telling you about a documentary I watched about North Korea. We're going to be
Right.
doing a couple episodes about that actually because it's crazy. So I fucked around and found out two things. For one, this morning you told me that Ice Cube, that you know that hard ass rapper guy,
Yeah.
that dude, yeah, that
Uh-huh.
one that all of a sudden became like a big movie star and movie producer and all this shit. Well,
Yeah.
that dude, you told me that dude didn't even grow up in Compton, and his
Nah.
mom and dad worked for UCLA. So
Yeah.
we was
Yeah.
talking. So it seems like y'all. It seems like anybody that kept up with the hip hop era during that time and the whole gangster rap and the
Uh-huh.
NWA and all that. Seems
Uh-huh.
like the only one out of that was actually living the life that they were talking about was Easy E. And
I
it's
mean,
funny
he
how
said
he
that
was
before.
right. He did. And it's funny how he was pushed out and then all of a sudden just like became ill
Yeah.
with AIDS,
Well,
HIV, and died.
yeah, but like when you
Real
go and
crazy.
you actually look up, like, okay, who are their parents? Like, you go to find out, like, when people were like, Ice Cube didn't grow up without a dad, or in poverty, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Ice Cube
Just
didn't,
like
you know what I
just
mean?
like when we dove into OJ Simpson's dad and found out he
Yeah,
was a cross dresser. Like, what the fuck
yeah,
is going on,
yeah. And
man?
OJ's walked in on him and his partner before.
And
You know
got
what I mean?
mad
Like,
and probably held on to that forever. And that's
yeah,
probably
right.
why he killed Ron Goldman, because Ron
Well,
Goldman wasn't with that woman. He was gay.
right. You think about it, and then
God,
like
Ron
fucking the
Goldman
people
turned OJ
that
down.
was in that fucking squad, though. You know what I mean? What Snoop caught a body
Snoop
supposedly and beat the
got out
case.
of it.
You know what I mean? You had Suge Knight, who was reportedly or supposedly or allegedly one of the
Hmm.
craziest fucking, like almost a organized crime boss. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then you
But
got fucking
but think
Tupac,
about it.
right? Who was Tupac for 17 years old in an interview, you
But
know,
but think about what Suge Knight did before all this. He played in the NFL.
right, right, right,
And then
and
if he played in the NFL, that means he played college ball.
right.
If he played college ball, it probably means he was in some kind of frat. If he was in some
And
type of frat, it probably means he was in some type of boule.
if you were familiar with the hip hop beef between Easy E and Suge Knight,
It was major.
yeah, then you would kind of get that, you know what I'm saying? Because Easy E said it, easy, and people didn't, everybody. Well, he kind of got
Bro,
discredited for that
Easy
too.
E was actually doing the things he was talking
Well,
about.
that's what he
And
said
this
in the
Suge
interview.
Knight dude came and tried to steal his whole shit.
They asked him, he said, well, Cube, he said, Cube's not from Compton. He said,
Hmm.
Cube, you know what I'm saying? Cube is from up the way. He got, two good parents stuff. We used to just try to keep Cube out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with like Snoop. Snoop was just a kid. Snoop was in the hood, but Snoop was just a kid who could rap good. He wasn't really no
Yep.
fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just wild how Easy E, and he said this shit and then now he's gone, you know what I'm saying? But like nobody believed him, and
And
he
and
kind of get ostracized and
Dr.
crucified.
Dre, I mean, he didn't come up as a gangster, people.
No, no.
As a teenager, he started getting into music heavy, and
And you
that
know
took
what,
him
bro?
places
I
that
don't mean to
he would.
interrupt you, but maybe that's why I was wondering, like, why in 2000, it's 2020 or whatever, around COVID or whatever. I'm like, why are they doing all these documentaries and doing these movies about these cats' past? You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like why
yeah,
why now? Like, why? Do you remember that movie Straight Outta Low Cash?
I do.
With Chris Rock, right? And they was
Yeah,
pretending to be
yeah,
hard ass
yeah,
people, right? You
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
bro? I had an epiphany, and this is why I said that to you, because my wife told me that Ice Cube didn't grow up in there, and then you know what I thought about immediately was Straight Out of Low Cash, a crazy motherfucker named Gusto. I fuck your girl because
Hmm.
the bitch is a big hoe. Like, if y'all gotta watch that fucking movie, right? And I'm sure that it's plain sight. They tell you
They tell
exactly,
you exactly who Ice Cube is,
bruh,
and then
bruh. I'm
how
fucking
long? A
sick.
few years later, then they released that movie. Because you know what, my stupid ass actually bought that.
CB4, that was the movie.
No,
CB4 was the movie
not
you saw.
CB4. I'm talking about the new one they did around COVID. About
Oh,
about NWA.
yeah, yeah, that movie, the movie that
I
they
bought
made.
that shit.
Compton,
Now,
Compton, Compton. They
straight
filmed
out
it
of
at Compton,
Compton.
straight out of Compton. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
or something like that. Yeah, but
yeah.
But okay, so if you just look at all of that, what we were just talking about, right, and then you go into like, okay, so well then who is Snoop?
Right.
Well, okay, his cousin's Warren G,
Mm-hmm.
and then Nate Dogg. Oh, these weren't real gangsters.
Mm-mm.
These are dudes that were smart, intelligent, talented. A real gangster, that's all he has.
And then ask
And
yourself,
that's
how
why
we
they
even?
choose to, you know what I'm saying? That's why they was like, look, think about it. Why in the fuck did they have to push Easy E to be a rapper? Look, even in the movies, bro,
Dog.
even in the
Yeah.
documentary movies, the guys that we're talking about, the Cubes, the Dre's, the Snoops, the others, right? They wanted Easy E to rap so bad because they were like, man, you're the motherfucker living this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be spitting this shit. Easy E was like, man, I can't write. I don't do none of that shit, man. And
Mm-hmm.
Cube was like, look, I'll write it for you. Dre will make the beat. And you get on the mic. Bro, even they show it to us plain as day.
Yeah, bro.
Without you being there, they show you that Easy
Yeah.
E
Well, how
didn't
do you
know how to
think?
rap worth a
Bro,
fuck,
how do
bro.
you think Ice Cube can say what he say? Oh yeah,
Exactly.
these Jewish dudes came out of nowhere and da 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 da. Why do you think he could tell a story that he
Yeah,
can?
why can he
How do you
say
think?
that? But
Yeah, bro. You right. Oh, you ain't. You was about to say it.
mhm.
But
And then
no
he's got his own company,
production
Cube
company.
Vision.
Yup.
Yeah, Cube
But
Vision.
hey, didn't somebody say? Didn't somebody say he's starting to look like the male Tyler Perry?
Yes. The male.
Bruh,
The male.
bruh,
Hey, I
my
don't give a
wife.
damn.
Listen,
Listen,
let me give
hold on.
credit. Hold on. Let me give credit where credit's due. Right, my
I'm giving
wife,
no credit.
my
I'm giving
bruh,
no
my
credit.
wife gave me this scoop.
If
Okay,
somebody
my
gives up the
wife gave
butt,
me this.
if they give up the butthole to make it, I'm not giving no
No,
credit.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like my wife. So I can't say that I fucked around and found this out. This was something my wife fucked around and found out, and it kind of just got deeper as it kind of went. You know what I mean? And I was just like, holy fucking crap. You know what I mean? Like it's all connected. You
Oh
know how
man,
you
so
put
we
the words
scaring him
together.
now.
I know, right?
Yeah,
It's like coming to find out like the toughest motherfucker on the block was never tough, like at
never.
all. Like and everybody was scared of him and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he
never
was just
was.
never really that guy.
Well,
Never
okay, let's
really
think
that guy
about
at
it.
all.
Let's go back and let's think about this. Okay, so what? Okay, let's just focus on Suge Knight. This guy was
Okay.
supposed to be just a gang member, and just a beast, right? It's just like "Argh," in the streets and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, he played college. So to play college football, you have to play high school football. All right.
Right.
If you play high school football at the level to be able to play college football, you don't do a fucking thing but play football.
Yeah.
You ain't no
Yeah.
gangster. You ain't no
Right.
gangbanger. You ain't out drinking alcohol, taking pills, doing this, doing that, robbing people, fucking hoes all night. You're not living like that.
Right.
All right. So that means that
You might be
high
fucking hoes,
school.
but it's
Well,
just
yeah, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. Not at 3 a.m. at the guy in the back of the fucking
Yeah.
lowrider. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Shit. But
No, I get you though. I get you.
definitely getting ass, man. Believe that. You playing
Right.
football, you know what I mean? But okay, so then he goes and plays college ball. And I don't know if any of this is a fact. I'm just going off of
What's
normal
being
shit,
told?
right?
Yeah, what's being told?
Okay, so then he
Story.
becomes all the way to the level of a professional athlete, played a few years in the NFL, and then got hurt, I believe, in whatever. So all right, so think about it. Like he basically did a OJ, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was basically OJ, just not as good on the field because
Because a lineman or some shit.
he
Yeah.
played. They both played ball all the way up until they didn't play anymore because they were then crime committers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Ray
how the
Caruth
fuck,
type shit.
like
Yeah.
who, like we were
Aaron
talking about,
Hernandez, Ray Caruth. Like, goddamn, there's a lot of them. Ray
bro?
Lewis, like shit.
Yeah,
There's a
man,
lot of murderers. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
a
Or
lot though,
alleged murderers. How about that? Because a lot of
right?
them beat the case. But
But think about this though, like okay, so
Ray
Suge
Lewis, I
Knight
guess,
came
was self
from
defense. But go ahead. Yeah.
Suge Knight came from the NFL and he had money, some money left over. And so what he did is he put that shit into entertainment.
Right.
Now, we know that if you enter the entertainment world, there's a certain type of person you have to deal with if you're going to make it big. And if you don't do what they want you to do, you ain't going to make it big. That's just how it is. I didn't make the rules. I don't actually like the rules because I don't necessarily want to play that game. That's why we're doing what we're doing, because we've been on the other side of it. And we also know that like there's things that's got to happen. And you know, me, I ain't doing all that.
Let me break that down, bro.
Yeah, in layman's terms.
We made it to the top of this whole conscious community bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and we didn't necessarily realize how we were at the top of this conscious community bullshit.
Other people did.
Yeah, until we looked down and was like, holy shit. And then when you look and you see the guys you were signed to and the guys you used to make music for, like on Joe Rogan and shit, and you know, goddamn, that these motherfuckers is fake as hell because you actually done business with them and you know.
Yeah, this is not. Now, this isn't Suge Knight speculation on where he played ball at and shit. Like, this is
a real story. I'm talking the truth. I'm talking this is how we can speak. This is why we can speak on shit like that. Put it like that. You know what I mean? Because we know there's a certain type of people that's allowed to make it to a certain type of level. And if you're not willing to be that certain type of person and make it to that certain type of level, then you will never see that. You know what I mean? Like, do you think that, you know, man, how should I put this? What George Carlin say? It's a big club, and it's a big club.
Hey, let me put it this way, all right? And this is nothing against Drake's music, because I think Drake's fire. I mean, how could he not be? He's got a whole goddamn team making this shit for him, right? But anyway, all right, so check it out, though. Are you telling me that one of the best as maybe considered right now, or close to it, best rapper ever, Drake, are you telling me that the best rapper ever was on a show called Degrassi?
Right.
That don't make sense, y'all. Come on now. Think like I'm thinking real quick.
Yeah, bro.
The best rapper was already an actor on a show, and he's part what? Come on now.
Hold on. So then let's take it to the older generation who will be like, nah, Pac was the best rapper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, let's repeat that whole statement again. Now, did y'all know that Pac literally auditioned to go to what are those schools? Entertainment art schools? What are the schools where you go to learn to be an actor?
Yeah, liberal arts, entertainment art, performing arts, all the arts. Artsy art.
See as interviews of 17-year-old Tupac, you know what I mean, and how he wanted to be an actor when he grew up. And why do you think he was such a good actor? We seen him in Juice.
But also, you've got to realize a little bit before that what Tupac was put into, which was his family was 100% directly tied to the FBI, the CIA, the Black Panthers.
Oh yeah. Well, wait. You got it in the wrong order. They was tied to the Black Panthers, which was to the FBI. Yeah. There you go. There you go. That's what it really is. You know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't.
So let's just all right. So Drake becomes that, right? Started out there though.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. That's two different worlds. A rapper and playing a fucking role on Degrassi is two different. It's supposed to be anyway. I'm not saying it should be or has to be, but I'm just saying in all reality, it's supposed to be two different worlds, right? Okay, so then Tupac with FBI, CIA, Black Panthers is an actor performing arts is not gangster rapper. I'm sorry, y'all. Like we've been bamboozled. I'll be the first to admit I got bamboozled by Tupac and the whole vibe, and Snoop and Ice Cube and all of it.
Let's just be real about even if you just like So then we just turn back to the East Coast and be like, well, we see what Diddy's hung up in. What do we think that Biggie was into?
Right.
And they just say, "Oh, Biggie was just some slum, trying to outside of apartment buildings rapping, trying to selling crack to feed family because he got a
And
got a
who did
girl
they
that
make
got
a
money."
movie about during the same time that we were
During the
talking
same
about this
time,
shit?
right? That's what I mean.
Biggie.
All of these motherfuckers got movies around this time. Like, why was it so reinforced
But
in
why is
cinema?
it like, think about the movies that are okay? So, how many movies are about rappers? Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Not many.
Facts Porcupine Podcast made a comment. I'm sorry, no, yeah, there's not many to answer your question for sure. But they say that entertainment, money, with the struggle of the day to day life is like, with the day to day life, like Philly and Chicago makes no sense. But the industry was to kill off the poverty and it worked. And then it got sidetracked. And I believe so as well. Like, did y'all realize how fast that quote unquote backpacking rappers got eliminated? Like, how much that genre, the backpack music, you remember that used to be a thing? Like, people used to call backpack rappers who was rapping about conscious shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, they used to call them backpack rappers. That's what they used to be called. You see, it used to even be a genre. Do you see that shit is no longer even a genre? You know what I mean?
not
Like, I
even
agree
a
with what you're
yeah.
saying, but I think it was all the psyop, bro. Like if the government, the Pentagon literally has, contracts
Because look,
for
you
thousands of movies that we all love.
exactly, and like okay, so you don't have to control all the slaves, right?
Mm-mm,
You just need to
not at all.
control the first few.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't
That's
need
some
to
shit that.
control. You don't need to control all of the goddamn sheep.
Oh, he said you scaring me because we done found out, you know, all the gangsters that was out there weren't really gangsters. And you know what's so crazy to me? Oh my gosh, I was told this a long time ago. You know what I mean? And now that I'm older, like I realize this shit. The
Bro,
real
real
gangsters told me,
gangbangers
bro.
literally make fun of rappers.
Bro, the dude straight up told me. He said, bro, he's like all of these rappers that you see out here that's rapping what they rapping about and stuff like that. He's like even the local ones. He's like none of these cats do what I do out here. He's like, cause you
Exactly.
know why? He's like, because if they did, they would be caught. He's like they'd be caught and they'd be in jail because they just telling on themselves and all of their raps. He's like, there's
Hmm.
no way that these cats is doing it. He's like, they're not living like me. And was a real fucking Pyru, a real fucking nigga. Looked like he died a couple times in life.
Yeah.
You mean the scars that he's had? You know what I mean? You're looking at this nigga like, how did you even alive with that scar around your neck like that? Somebody tried to kill you and you're alive still. You know what I mean? Because you got enemies like that. Like these
Hmm.
cats is telling me, you know what I mean? These are real cats. Like man, he's like I probably could. He's like right now if I started rapping, they'd probably love me. They like probably he's like I can rap about real shit I did, but guess what? I'd be indicted. They're not about to let no real motherfucking killers be famous, nigga. I mean,
No.
not unless they're chosen, like OJ, or you know what I
Right.
mean? Like you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna let like some real somebody who would kill anybody. You know what I mean? Like the old dirty bastard might have murked somebody that you know what I mean. Like he was
Right.
somebody that they wanted to
Well,
suppress. It was
on the same tip, we could sit here and talk about like the hip hop, but on the same thing that we're talking about, the same situation, the music industry in general has been controlled. Not
yeah,
just hip hop,
yeah.
but your Pink Floyd, like, bro, it goes so fucking deep. I don't even know if we have time to even talk about
Nah,
it.
we don't.
But
It was a
the
fuck around, find out
all
moment in
of the
high school with his
major
ass.
all of the major movies, all of the major bands, all of the major rappers, singers, even comedians,
Yes,
they're all, I hate to say it, but they're
yeah,
all in some way controlled
yeah.
because you have to cross the gate to get into the club of
Mm-hmm.
stardom, and the ruler of that gate is a certain type of person, and they're
Normally
not going to
Saturn.
let you in that bitch unless you agree to be
They normally the type of people that worship Saturn. So if you ain't on the rings, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I mean? If you ain't Lord of the Rings with it, you
right.
know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? You can't be in them deep waters, them deep dark Saturn waters, bro. Nigga, like if you can't float, nigga, you can't navigate that, bro. I mean they actually want people who can't navigate it, so they could easily get you fucked up in the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you get what I'm trying to say when I say that. It's a whole nother understanding that these motherfuckers be on. That's why that's so dope because it goes with what you were talking about yesterday with the world being a stage, and we fucked around and found out literally, like during that understanding that the world is a stage. Out another one, our favorite is gangster rappers alive isn't who they fucking say they was and never was. You know what I mean? I mean that's
Yep.
why you can see he was way more comfortable playing those family man roles. You know what I mean? Like he was great at that. People love to see. It was almost like they love to see what did Tupac said it. God damn, I'm about to quote this nigga. He said they love to see Sambo dance. And if you know who Sambo was, he was
Hmm.
supposed to be a hard ass motherfucker, like, and love to see the biggest, baddest, brawliest motherfucker do a dance. You know what I mean? Have him under control. Like that was always what it's but what's been about.
Yep.
Motherfuckers want to see Sambo dance. The fuck out of here, nigga.
Yeah,
That shit's
man.
crazy. The whole world is a stage, nigga. Think about that shit, bro. That shit goes so fucking deep. Hold up. I got some more fuck around find out for us. Hold on. Let me hit this joint because we go keep this bitch rolling. So check this out. And I don't mean to change the topic, but just to keep the conversation rolling. But I fucked around and found out today that the Maryland mayor was recently arrested on 56 counts of child sex abuse images.
Mm.
Patrick Woham, 47, faces up to 360 years in prison if convicted and arrested in Prince George County. Maryland mayor of Prince George County, 56 counts of child sex abuse images. The fucking mayor.
Look, man. Okay, everybody. If the mayor, okay, if you become the mayor, that means you meet the people at the gate and they let you through. You don't just
Yeah,
get
right.
voted in because all these people want you voted in. I mean, I'll be the bearer of bad news and tell you
Oh
that
God.
this thing called democracy is not about your freedom and it's not about you voting for what you think you want and blase blase. It's not it. So if the
Oh
mayor
man.
gets caught, that means the mayor did some shit that they didn't
Bruh, so
like, or
like, but
his time's up.
56 counts of child sex abuse images can mean so, yeah, they knew it was going on for sure. It just goes to show, like, that was like multiple things. So it's not only that you had pictures, right? Like,
Right? No.
what was going on in those pictures got you another fucking 50 counts. Like, nigga,
Hmm.
what? Like, cause it's probably only like six, seven, or so many ways you could charge somebody. You know what I mean? There's only so many ways you could charge
Then
somebody
it's
with some
all.
shit
Then
like
you're
that.
getting charged on the acts,
Right. Then
the
you're getting
lewd
charged of
acts, whatever.
what's going on in the video. So not only do you have naked children, so all right, boom, this is problem.
But you
Probable
probably had
one.
some type of drug, some type of alcohol, so all kind of shit, just
Bruh.
all kind of shit.
56, 306. Nigga, think of these. Look at these numbers. 56 counts, 360 years. You know what I'm saying? Like the masonry is fucking like, but it's just a mayor, y'all. He's elected. Y'all niggas voted for him. So
Yeah,
allegedly.
whoever y'all did, y'all voted for that dude.
Right. I
The
don't vote,
fuck?
so what I can say y'all niggas.
Yeah,
I
I
can say
ain't.
y'all. I don't vote, so y'all niggas voted for this motherfucker, right? In Maryland, guys. Like, and, we and I'm just saying this is just the past week that we missed. Okay, so we're just trying to really catch up. I think it's kind of dope. We're just catching up on what's
And
going on,
notice
right?
we didn't say Republican or Democrat of the mayor
Nah,
because it doesn't matter.
nah, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't matter if that mayor is a Republican or a Democrat. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What?
Yeah.
Because why? Why?
Oh
If
my
somebody
gosh.
don't
So
agree,
so it's not
why does
only
it matter?
it's not only the possession, it's also the distribution of.
See. So now, who was he selling it to? Who was he giving it to? I mean, come on. And then you
I
think that it was,
know,
and
right?
then
So
do we think it was just
they
the
would say
mayor?
that.
Do we think it was just the mayor? Just like, do we think it was just P Diddy? No way. Do we think it was just
Oh
fucking
man. You
wine or?
can't make this shit up, bro.
No.
You can't make this shit. Somebody's
No.
writing this script. How do you make the? You can't make
Bro,
this
all right,
shit.
let me ask you. Let me ask this question, okay? Think about
Okay,
this,
let's
all
talk.
right? So
All right,
the mayor in Maryland, by the
okay,
mayor, right? But what
right,
about Hunter Biden, right?
bro.
You know for a motherfucking fact, the person that was selling him crack ain't no regular motherfucker out here on the
Right,
street just selling dope.
right, right,
Who the fuck does Hunter Biden buy his crack from?
bro.
And coke and prostitutes and fucking every goddamn thing else. Come on, man. Like this shit is facilitated, bro.
Bruh, did
He
you
was
hear
probably
the
getting
nigga?
that shit from that mayor, man.
Bro, every action
Yeah.
movie, every single action movie, bro. This is like every single action movie, bro. Every action movie we've ever seen growing up as a kid, you got the dirty politicians doing some dirty shit the whole time, and the hero is fighting all these niggas, and then when they get to the final boss, it's the politician that they've been fucking taking orders from this whole time. Like, why is it always the fucking? It's the same movie, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Facts Porcupine. It says the women get it for them, so they never, yeah, they never. You never see the basketball players, and you remember the time when the basketball players got busted, Michael Irvin and all of them. For real,
Michael
yeah, you're
Irvin
right.
played for the Dallas Cowboys, a wide receiver. Yeah, he was
Bro,
definitely
wait.
busted.
On that note, though, Gilbert Arenas was talking about how
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers' coke bags was dropping out of their socks during the
Yep.
game.
Oh no, I wasn't correcting you, Porcupine. I was just saying that Michael
Yeah,
Irvin, he played for the Dallas Cowboys for so
yeah,
long, one of the best receivers ever. People still say that,
yeah.
but
But he was coked up though. The
yeah.
evidence is overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what about the coke they just found in the bro? You know what? This one dude, he did a study, right? He was naming off. He was like, 56% of these people beat their wife. 56% of these people do drugs. 56 of these percent of these people, were arrested for drunk driving or driving under the intoxication of drugs. Like he was naming all
Mm-hmm.
these percentages, and he was asking, well, do you think that was NBA or NFL? And then everybody was guessing if it was NBA or NFL. Guess what it ended up being? Our fucking congressmen. Like that's what the fuck is crazy. Like
Wow.
they outweigh even the basketball players and the football players when getting busted and caught with coke hookers and doing illegal
Mm-hmm.
shit. We just never hear about it because they also, run the media. Like you
Right.
said, they're
Well,
inside the cabal.
that's just like over in fucking like in London, bro. Like
Yeah,
the BBC, the British
yeah,
Broadcasting, whatever. That motherfucker, man, and Sky News, all them shits like that. They're so in with the state or the government or the royal family or whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
Like it's
And
just ridiculous, bro. Like, and people were always like, "Oh, the media, the press is so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad." It's like, man, like, look, y'all, bro, y'all tell these people where you going.
right.
The royal family would be like, "Look, we're going to be so and so, so y'all can catch us there for 3 minutes as we're leaving."
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like it's a give and take. Like I understand that the media is a bunch of bullshit and they're all fucking sick, psychotic weirdos. I get it.
yeah, for
But
sure.
at the same time, like you motherfucking superstars need that goddamn media just like that
But that
media
shit's
needs
hand in,
you.
yeah, but that's
See
hand
what
in
I
hand.
mean?
See
They
what's been
need each other.
happening though is that they try to keep this separate line between this, between these superstars and like the politicians and shit. You know what I mean? But when all in all, it's all together. It's all in one ring of fucking corruption and money and sex and drugs and control and power. You know what I mean? Like there's no difference, when you hear that Alec Baldwin or somebody did this and did that and got away with murder, or you hear about this and that. Brandy drunk driving killed a motherfucker. She's not in fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? You have so many of these instances. Fucking Kylie Jenner. Well, not Kylie. The Jenner husband, dude. You know what I mean? Didn't he fucking accidentally fuck somebody up driving drunk, and he's
Yeah.
fucking not in fucking
Yeah.
jail. You know what I mean? Like there's just like but that's not the that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like I think like the celebrities are the ones who take the fall for a lot of the shit, when in all reality it be the mayor of fucking a town in goddamn Maryland. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So like not like, and then And then when
And
he
then,
said,
okay, so think about
voting and
this.
shit.
So, do we like, obviously the average person that doesn't really think into it that hard would think like, oh, he just got caught, he just got busted. No, really.
Yeah.
Look, if the mayor is able to do something for 6 months, he's going to be able to do it for 6 years.
Right.
As long as he's in office, he's going to be able to do that because everybody below him is either going to be implemented or they're going to be involved in it and make it happen. You know what I mean? They're not going to be
They
like,
not gonna have a job, or you know what I mean. Like
exactly.
they're not gonna get.
And they've
They're
already
not gonna
signed the
get.
NDA. They've already signed all this shit. And man, it's
I was just
crazy.
fucking
But
with my homie Tim. Look, cause my homie Tim, he was. They were shooting for that new Superman movie up in Cleveland, right? And he fucked around and was like, "Yo, let me be intern and let me fucking help out." And them niggas said, "Well, if you can tough it out with us, then you can be on set and tough it out with us." So he was on set with like Superman and all of these shit. And they made him sign NDAs and shit like that as well. And I was fucking with him the whole time. I'm like, "Tell them Jewish niggas let you run that shit, bro." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't let them touch you though. I'm like, don't, I'm like, cause they like to get freaky. He was
that's
fucking,
funny.
he was like, but he was up there, with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And obviously he signed NDAs and shit like that. So there's probably shit that he probably could never fucking talk about. Who knows? But he probably fucking hooked Superman up with some hookers or some shit too. But who knows? You know what I mean? I'm just saying like the shit that you see on TV and everything that they're giving us is like it's never the fucking story. And 9 times out of 10, like these politicians and everybody in fucking play is a part of it. You know what I mean? Like if they're not a part of it, they've just been silent. They've been complicit with it all. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. It's just gotten to a point where it's super fucking weird to even try to pursue a career in any like in creativity of music, art, or anything like that, because it's like it's underlined. It's like nobody wants to say it, but everybody's like, yeah, you got to be on some fuck shit if you're about to, if you're trying to be a part of that type of shit.
Yep.
If you want to be like, I used to want to be president or a politician, like that shit. Like they're like, they used to put it in our heads when I was a kid. You can be whatever you want to be, right? So I used to want to be the first black president. Obama beat me to it, god damn it. But I don't believe
Right.
but he's still not black to me, if you ask me. He ain't the type of black that I was looking for. I need old Willie Johnson from down the street. The one with all the old quotes and shit. I need that nigga
Right.
to be president.
One with about 6 baby mamas and some goddamn life experience.
But he got knowledge like a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
That's what I'm saying. Some life
He ain't
experience.
in debt. He ain't in debt.
Nope.
Everything paid for. He owns
Son of a bitch.
everything. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
never voted before.
Ain't that-
Don't pay taxes and don't owe taxes neither.
Right.
Shit.
Nigga,
Taxes?
from
The fuck?
being in Vietnam. He's still getting money from being in Nam. You know what I'm saying? Like he done finagled his whole shit. That's who I need to be president. That dude, He's like, Fax also commented, that's why you guys got a good platform. You're edgy, respectful, and pure. It's like when you take the periodic humanity, you get a male like that, you get a guy that will go after somebody else's child and they'll sue the city. Yeah, it's a problem. You're absolutely right, man. And
Yep.
I appreciate that compliment as well, Facts. And it's just when you have a platform like this, like we're not Joe Rogan. So like if Joe Rogan were to say this shit, right, everybody be like, oh, epiphany. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Joe Rogan.
Wow.
Shit.
The
Like,
Joe
but it's
Rogan
like,
experience.
I bet you them motherfuckers is listening to our shit and be like, you know what we need to do?
Right. Well, hey, think about this, man. So Joe Rogan, I'm just going to keep it all the way honest. Joe Rogan has frauds on his show. I know that for a fact because one of his not his last guest, but one of his previous guests not too long ago, Billy Carson, and that's not even his real name, but he goes by Forbidden Knowledge on his his entertainment side, right? But if you just look up Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge, and then look up William Tyrone Carlson with a K, you'll see who he actually is. He was on Joe Rogan with or not with, but during the time that Terrence Howard's first
Right
episode was
after
on there.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah. And they talk about each other. So it makes me think like, okay, so Terrence Howard either is a complete and utter fucking idiot, or he knows that Billy Carson is a fraud also. Joe Rogan is either a complete and utter fucking idiot, or he knows
Yep.
that, and I know there's people that schedule
Yeah.
things for Joe Rogan and all that shit,
Right.
right? So they're either complete fucking idiots. Why wouldn't you vet and look into someone that's coming on your
Yeah.
podcast?
Well,
You know
that's
what I mean?
because he has 1 million followers on Instagram. He has this many million followers on whatever platform. And the people vouch for him because the people. But we all know people can be retarded, bro. And like I
Right,
said,
that's what I'm saying.
I was
Like,
saying
at some
earlier,
point, there's got to be some type of professionalism in
we
it to where
made it
you
to the
actually
top.
look into
When I
something.
said we made it to the top of the conscious shit, so if you know who Billy Carson is or Forbidden Knowledge is, you know they talk about a lot of shit like ancient aliens, and he's got a contract with Gaia, so you've seen him on those probably episodes and shit like that as well.
Fucking
When I tell you
History
that
Channel, which ain't
yeah,
even
we
about
made it to
history.
the top of the fucking conscious stream of this shit, then I'm dead serious. We were signed to the motherfuckers label. Like we had thousands of people fucking listening to our music and wanting to fucking and driving all the way to LA from Canada just to watch us perform. Like we was there at the Conscious Life Expos with these motherfuckers. Like we made it all the way to the top and was like, y'all niggas fake as fuck, cause ain't none of y'all actually any of these people that y'all fucking make it out to be. And
Nope.
then when they seen that we're not about to suck dick, I guess you want to say, uh,
Fabricate everything, go
we're not
along
gonna
with.
kiss ass. We're not gonna fondle balls. We're not gonna suck dick. We're not gonna go along with the narrative. We're not gonna be like, oh, great ones, you guys are so awesome because you're telling me shit that I know you're fucking lying about, and then I call you a liar to your face, and then now we're the problem. You know what I mean? Like, and then they'll completely X you out. You know what I mean? You just won't exist anymore. Like, go
Yeah.
against anything Billy Carson says and see if your fucking Instagram page can live through the onslaught of
Right.
deep fucking
It's
shadow
over with.
banning you will
It's over
fucking
with.
get.
My shit
You
been
know what I
shadow
mean?
banned for like, I used to get hundreds of thousands of everythings on that motherfucker. My shit has been
Yeah, bro.
cricket, like a cricket for about 6 years. That shit is unbelievable. But hey, on another note, another fuck around and find out note.
What up with it?
The documentary that I was talking about is called Beyond Utopia. It's on Hulu. So I learned that in North Korea, still to this day, not talking about 40, 50 years ago, I'm talking about today,
Right now.
the way that you pay a portion of your taxes is by your doo-doo.
Wait, nigga, shut up. Say it. Wait. Nigga,
So
what?
North Korea doesn't have any
Wait.
fertilizer.
You said North Korea, right? In
Yes.
North Korea, you have to save your duty to pay taxes.
And if you don't have a way to save it and
Your
if you don't have a way to collect it yourself, then I am not even lying, bro. There's a big ass outhouse where people have to go and take a dump in, and there's a huge goddamn bucket in that bitch, and they clean that motherfucker out or dump it into this thing with like a forklift or whatever it is. But most people, they keep it because it's like it's hard to get back and forth to that place, right? Where I'm talking about.
Is it? Did they say why?
Okay, so they use it for fertilizer to grow food because they don't have fertilizer or the capability to make fertilizer or the chemicals to produce fertilizer on the mass scale in North Korea. So they use human shit to fertilize everything. And then the people that give they call it poos, right? They say poos. Anyway, the people that don't give their poos, they'll get locked up and sent to a gulag or a concentration camp or a work camp or all. Oh yeah, bro! Right now, today, and then the people that the people that do give their poos and pay their taxes, that's not the only thing that you owe. You know what I mean? Wow, and it also matters how much poo you give.
Oh my gosh.
And this is real. No pun intended. This is real shit. This is real, bro.
Bro,
Look,
could
look.
you imagine, bro? Could you imagine the poop tax, bro?
Bro.
Can you imagine if they was like, yeah, we need fertilizer in America, so we're poop taxing you, bro?
Does anybody remember when there was a time when there was obviously there was no
Send your
plumbing?
poop in a box.
Think about this.
Government.
When there was no plumbing,
Uh-huh.
when there was no sewage systems,
Okay.
there was actually people that had jobs and started their own business by going around and scooping up shit and putting it in a cart. And then they would take that cart to the place that was growing food or whatever. Or if they owned a farm, they would use it themselves. So it's not like it's a new thing, but it's a really odd thing to know that in North Korea in 2024, people have bags, like sandbags, right?
Uh-huh.
They have it lined with plastic, and they take a shit in it, and they keep it outside. And then when it's time, when they go to the town or whatever, they take that on a cart, and that's how they pay their taxes. And if they don't pay, then if the government, the soldiers, because there's no police, it's just like if they if they have to come to collect it, and you don't have it, you get sent to a work prison.
Man,
that shit is unbelievable. And so it's like think about this, bro. You got to work your fucking ass off to be able to find enough food.
Right.
You have to really, really, really work hard to be able to get enough food, to be able to produce enough shit, to be able to stay out. You see how they got you? It's the same slavery as anywhere, but they're like, look, you can't just sit around and shit. Because you got to have something to eat. And so the only way for you to get something to eat is for you to go out there and somehow, some way get enough food so you can produce enough shit to stay out of prison. Ain't that some crazy fucking bro? And they got that bitch locked down, boy. I'm talking about like you cannot look. The only way you get out of North Korea.
What this nigga's telling me right now, babe. I'm sorry, my wife was just looking at me like, why are you looking like that? I'm like,
it's unbelievable, dog. And they got a community shit collector, basically. And it's a big ass outhouse, bro. And you go sit. The only reason that you can see any of this is because people are able to get like 2-3 second video clips or whatever. And it's basically like a live photo. It plays for like 2 or 3 seconds. Right. And they smuggle this shit out and they get paid a lot of money for these little clips or whatever. And to them, a lot of money is not much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, they risking their whole goddamn life, nigga. Like, cause that shit is so crazy, man. Porcupine said Thailand is recycling poop for food. That's a fuck around find out I didn't fucking know.
Yeah, they might be getting some of it from North Korea too.
Probably, bro.
Because look,
that shit is crazy. Nigga.
One of the so Thailand, North Korea, China, not all of China, but a lot of the provinces in China, Vietnam and Laos. Those are and I'm not talking about any other parts of the world. I'm just talking about in that South Pacific, Asia Pacific area. That's the one of the most strict or most controlled areas in the world. North or South Korea isn't, because it was quote unquote liberated by the United States and et cetera, but in Japan and all that shit. But you got Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, fucking North Korea, and they all depend on China. Yeah. So in North Korea, if you don't produce enough shit, or if you get caught talking against something, you get sent to a coal mine. Right. Now, look at North Korea and China's biggest exports and shit like that. Other than manufacturing, is stuff like that. They have people that are forced to work those places. And then they take not they, but the powers that be, take our fucking coal mines and shut them bitches down. Right. That's so fucking just don't even make sense, bro. You cut out the whole Appalachian out of their fucking West Virginia, shit like that, out of their money, and parts of
Facts.
the other parts of Pennsylvania, all all places,
West
motherfucking
Virginia,
coal
yeah,
mine.
for sure.
Yeah, you take them and you cut their throat, but then you make other people do that shit for a profit
Pay
for the
less.
state,
Yeah,
for the
because pay
government.
less. Yeah, because it's free work because the Chinese is free labor. That's just a slave. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because they're not paying them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's your penalty. You're in jail.
yeah.
You know what I
Bro,
mean? Just
look,
like I fucked around, found out recently that the United States is starting to get into a lot of that. We know a gentleman who was who had to work for Kia, but guess what though? They're doing even more shit, bro. Like Microsoft, and I guess there's a couple other big tech companies, other companies who starting to get into that paying these prisons, these private prisons, for the labor of the fucking prisoners.
oh
You know,
yeah,
like yeah.
oh
So it's
yeah.
like
Shit, I know
they're
multiple
making
people
these.
that's came out of prison, and it's like this might piss people off, but I know multiple people that's gotten out of prison in the last few years, and they hit the street with $30,000 that they've saved up from working.
Yep.
Now they didn't get paid what they were supposed to get paid,
Right. They
but
should have had like a couple
and
hundred
so think
thousand.
about it.
Right.
Are they really exactly? They should have had a lot more, but think about that.
Right.
So you get somebody that's been locked up in prison. The day they get out, they can go to their bank that their money's been going to, right? And they can take out all the money that they got. And think about it, man. 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, but it's a big percentage of people that get out of prison and go right back.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you blow that motherfucking money, you have no other way. If you're a convicted felon,
Yeah.
you have
But
no
it's
real
also
other
like
way
it's
to make
also
more
kind of like
money other than doing some illegal shit.
it's just also kind of fucked up though for like maybe the able-bodied motherfucker who didn't commit a crime. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That you
Why
would have
ain't
to
they got
say.
to?
Yeah, because you got to pay him more. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and now, like, now, if
It's a
you're
it's
going
a
to now,
it's
hold
a
on, now,
real
don't
thin
give me this
line
though.
between slavery and prison.
Now, don't get me wrong though. I'm not fully against punishment being you gotta fucking what I mean, do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I'm not put it like that. I'm not fucking against that shit. But if that's the fucking case, right? Then like there should be some compensation back to the people who pay taxes, you know what I mean, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying, to help build these prisons. A lot of, because even people say private prison, some of those private prisons are still built with fucking taxpayer dollars because they fucking take out loan. See, y'all don't even. I mean, we're getting to that whole process. How it seems like it's a private prison, but we didn't fund it. Just like fucking LeBron James School is a private school in Cleveland supposedly, but the people actually fucking
Right.
funded that
Or
shit. You know what I
or
mean?
just like in your local your local NFL football stadium or
Mm-hmm.
your Major League Baseball stadium or hockey, taxpayers pay for them stadiums.
Yep.
It ain't the motherfucker that owns the goddamn team. It ain't the billionaires that run all the other shit. It's the taxpayers that pay for the fucking stadium to get built. But the taxpayers don't get enough of it.
And you know what? It was wild, right? Is that if you live in Green Bay, right? Just for Green Bay Packers, like yeah, there's actually like a little tax. So it's like you're paying, like some cities have it like that. There's like a little tax that you're paying to fucking that's coming out of your fucking paycheck just for to go to the fucking maintenance of the stadium and shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
100%. And so it's either that tax is always taken out, or when the time comes for a billionaire like Ted Turner to build a new Brave stadium, right? He goes and sits with the council of the city
Yep,
and the
yep.
state and all that, and they approve it. How does it get approved? Everybody gets paid to fuck off. Let's be honest now. All right, think about it. If that mayor, if that governor is there to protect and serve the taxpayers and the people that voted them in, then why don't they look at that fucking billionaire and say, motherfucker, you can build whatever you want, but you got to pay for it?
Yep. And if
Instead, they say, okay, you want to build this? It's going to bring in this much revenue to the city. Does say blase,
but we
blase.
would have
Okay.
a lot more.
And they get paid.
Right. If it was like, oh yeah, if the taxpayers have to pay for it, then they get a part of the ticket sales, We send
then it's a
everybody.
whole different
Right,
story.
exactly. We send.
And think about it, y'all. That's how we create universal basic income if we
Yeah, for
actually want
sure.
to.
Yeah,
There's all
yeah.
kind of different ways that we could create money off of their surroundings and everybody get money off of it.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing to us. They
How the
basically
fuck,
they
bro?
funneled all of our hard work, our good ideas, bro. Content creation is a thing now. They created this thing
And
called
that
content creation
this is
to be
why
able to
people are
grab
so
people's.
against
Yeah,
socialism. Because
yeah,
the socialism that I promote or not promote, but I would go along with is exactly
right.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro. Well, a lot of
They
people think listen, bro. When you tell
when people hear
right,
socialism, they're like, "Oh my god, God!"
oh yeah,
I
no.
get it because socialism is a way to introduce you to communism. I get it,
Yeah, but so is
but
fucking
there's a.
democracy. Democracy
I was
is
about to say that's
oh my
all
god.
democracy is. It's
What do you
majority
mean?
rule.
Right.
Democracy means majority rule, and if you ain't part of the majority, fuck you.
Well, it's not a fucking democratic republic. It's literally a
No,
democracy. So it's like that's the democracies turn to dictatorships. Okay. And then so we get to
exactly.
dictatorships, you know what I mean? But nigga, man, we get I just want to add that brilliantly said, and I completely agree with all of that. And I want to mention to back it up. There was a young man, I can't remember his name. He was a college student. He was like 22 years old when he did the report. I remember reading it because I was younger and I was inspired by it because
The
he got
reason
it.
why socialism doesn't work like people say is because socialism is
People are
controlled just like
greedy.
every other part of
It's because
government, every
people
other
are
movement.
greedy. So
Yeah.
people think that if there's a universal income that they can't make more. I don't understand why that fucking concept
What
is
about
even
if we
embraced.
had this?
People, hold on, check this,
What
hold
about
on.
if your rent and your food was paid for? You still got
Well,
incentive to go out and make
I
money,
mean,
bro.
technically, it already is if we're talking about what a social security number did.
Right?
Everything's normally our whole life's really prepaid for, right? So they had a great concept with that. If they actually used it how it was supposed to be used, because
Yep.
they're using the people as collateral for money. And if
What,
that's the
like,
fucking
think
case,
about
then
what that says.
everything we do should have been paid
Nobody
for.
even thinks about the names, like the meanings of these names.
Right.
Social security number.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really think that's just for like our social security check when we get to be 65 or 70?
Not when you fucking find out that your social security number is an account number and
Right.
there's a routing number that you can find and you come to find out you can see what Federal Reserve Bank actually has made trades with your social security number online. Like I'm telling y'all right now, like I've experimented with the shit. I've paid a couple bills with my fucking social security number. Nigga, I'll tell y'all niggas right now. Yep, I did it. It worked too. And I ain't even gonna tell you how I did. I ain't gonna try to do it again either. I ain't gonna ask no
Hey,
fucking questions. But I'm gonna let y'all know that the shit worked. You know what I'm saying? And it was no questions or if, ands, or buts about it. And all the websites and all the information that where I got from, they don't exist anymore. Because
right. Well,
what you have to
hey,
do, you have to go and find the
all I
routing
know
number to the
is
bank that your social security number belongs to. And
all
then
I
I
know
found out
is
mine is in Chicago.
I remember when you told me you were doing that. And I was like, yeah, let me know how that works out. And you told me, yeah, this did it. And I was like, God damn.
It did
And
work,
then you was
bro.
like, but I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna do that shit again.
Yeah, because look, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason why it was able to work was because nobody could find out where the money went. So the
Yeah,
electric
that's
company
fucking
couldn't
weird.
electric company couldn't tell me where the money went, right? None of the companies they're like, well, we're trying to send the money back, but we
Back.
can't send it
Yeah.
back. That's what they kept telling me. I'm like, because you can't send an ACH transfer back. It's impossible. And they're like, I'm like, so you got the fucking money. And so they really just had to chalk it. They were like,
Right.
fuck, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we technically got the money.
Because think about it. All right. If if they say they can't accept it and they can't send it back, does that even mean that money's real?
Right, bro, right? Listen, it's so fucking deep. How
Or
that
is
shit
it that
works,
money?
bro.
Is that money that's supposed to be out of circulation and used for other things.
Bruh,
And when
I
it
know
hit,
that they've
you
also
know what I
put
mean?
people,
Like,
yeah, I know they also put people under the jail for teaching people how to pay your shit because everything's prepaid for. Like there's a dude online who told people how you send your electric bill back to the electric company as pay, or you deposit it into your bank account. Like what? You know what I'm saying? And it's just prepaid. Like your bill that you get in the mail is not a bill, it's a notice type shit. You know what I mean? And then it's like it's not a certified bill. So it's like there's ways that you can file paperwork, all this, like you were saying, bro. Like the social, like that whole income, standard income, that socialism type shit that
hmm
people are afraid of, like it was already supposedly implemented. They had an excellent plan, right? But it's the greed factor, bro. Because people think that, all right, so let me tell you, the college student, he came up with he fucking broke all the math down. If we could pay every human able body working being, right? Every able bodied working being could get paid $275,000 a year, right? Can get paid that. And all they would have to do is work 10 hours a week at a vertical farm pushing a button, right? So you telling me that we all don't have 10 hours a week? 10. Nigga, Monday through Friday, 10 hours. You work 2 hours a day pushing a button because we got the technology. You know what I mean? We got technology and robot pushing a button a day, right? 10 hours a week, pushing a button a day for $275,000 a year. And that's just so everybody in the community can eat. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, that sounds all good, but what if I want to do this? Then fucking do that with
well,
the
then
other
do it, then you
fucking
fucking
10, 20
weirdo.
hours. Like, yeah, like what
And
the?
and think about this too. On $275,000 a year, you're still going to get taxed.
Right,
So it's not like anybody's losing out,
right,
motherfucker. Everybody's going to make $275,000 base pay, and
right,
you're going to get hit with taxes on that, and that's going to pay for all the social shit.
bruh. I was like,
But
I don't
all the
understand. Like, people are like,
Democrats, all the Democrats, all the Republicans, no matter which
right.
side it is, they're all against this one thing.
Right.
And then they
And
tell you, oh,
because I don't
well,
understand. People are like, well,
socialism
socialism
started
means
this
you,
way and it started this
yeah.
way, and
Well,
that's
like
why it'll never
that means
work.
you only have one house and you only have one car. And like, who said that? All I said was we have the technology and the means, and it's already been documented that if everybody just participated in the well-being of our entire uh, nation, that we could all make this amount of money off of just doing something
Some mundane
minute.
ass shit that
Yeah,
nobody
some
wants to
mundane,
motherfucking do.
right, for fucking two
Period.
hours a day. That's it. But then
Nobody
you get the
wants to
rest of
sit
the
and
day,
push a
right, to do
goddamn
whatever you
button.
want. And
You
then
know
you
what I
can take the
mean?
$275,000 and start yourself a company. And then just for 2 hours a day, you go push the button, and then for the rest of the day, you fucking do whatever the fuck you want to do. You ain't
Yep.
gotta worry about your bills being paid. You make 275 grand. You ain't gotta
Shit.
worry about
Hey,
like
you know what you could do? You could sit around and watch documentaries and
right.
fucking do a podcast, bitch. And you wouldn't have to get mad at me because I can. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Motherfuckers
bro.
be hating on me like a motherfucker, man. They'd
But
be
you
like,
know
look,
what?
I had
That's
people come in
great,
town
bro.
this week, bro. I had
Uh-huh.
some people come in town. And not to say no names because I just ain't gonna do that. But like, and it wasn't
Yeah.
really people that came in town, it was like other people that we were hung out with, right?
Right.
Motherfucker was like, he was like, and these are some extremely rich people. And dude was like, he was like, man, and they were talking about their private plane that they own. Okay. I don't even goddamn want to worry about no private plane. It's like
Right.
shit. I don't even care. I don't even fly nowhere like that. If I fly, I can find a plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, much cheaper
but
than gas.
right. And then so it's like, but you get people that are like, well, I wish I could do that. I'm like, well, dude, you're on a plane. Just sell the plane and you can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're
Right.
like, well, no, I got to keep up this. I got to keep doing. I got to keep going. It's like, yeah, see, that's why nobody can realize that you don't need all of the money in the world to be able to live.
Like you got all the money in the world.
You could take a chunk of money and put it to good use. And then you can do other things that bring in trickles of money here and there. And before you know it, you're doing anything that you want to do and your life is paid for. And you don't have to do all this major shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's where the greed comes in, bro. The people that feel like they got to continue to do the major shit, they suck all the goddamn
the problem is this, bro.
resources. It's
I'ma
not
tell you like this.
look, the people that live in the inner city that don't have worth a fuck living situations, I promise y'all this. They're not the one. And I don't agree with giving people all this shit, right? But I'm just saying, they're not the ones that suck this motherfucker dry, bro.
Right, you're absolutely right, bro, and I agree with that. And I
Food stamps
like
and free rent in some piece of shit ass building,
Bro,
that
I
is
like to
not
add.
sucking the United States economy dry.
Not at all. I like to add.
And I'm the first person to say, nah, bitch, you need to get your ass a goddamn job or some money or something. You know what I mean? And all these safety net programs are supposed to be to help, not to let you live off of it, but to help you get past a bad situation in your life.
Because as soon as you fucking make it to a certain status, they tell you can't have it no more, and then you know what I mean. Then you're fucked back in the same situation. But it's like, well, if you could keep helping, then I could fucking, you know what I mean, get to the situation where I could actually own some shit. But like you said, it's the
yeah, they keep you right there in that limbo where they're like, oh shit, if I stop doing this, I'm gonna really miss these benefits.
The problem of it, right, is that the owner of McDonald's doesn't want the nigga working the drive-through
to pull up in the same car as him.
To pull up in the same car as him. And that is a fucking human issue, bro. That ain't even got shit to do with economy.
And then
to do with money.
Think about this.
Like you don't
if the
want
owner
the
of the
nigga who
McDonald's
work for you to drive the same car as you,
right?
Like where I'm from, we just
why do you want
everybody to win?
You
bro.
want
If
people
there was enough Bentleys for everybody, I would say give everybody a fucking Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does it matter?
Right.
Why would I be salty that you know you got one and I don't, or I got one
well,
and you don't, or I wouldn't
because then
have one.
Because then the Mr. Big Shots Bentley becomes like a Honda Civic.
Right.
You know what I mean? These fucking people, they want to have this shit and they want it to be so much more unobtainable for anybody else to get.
Rare.
It's like, yeah, like, bro, look, if you like a Bentley, or if you like a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or a BMW or a Lexus or a fucking Ford or a Chevrolet or a goddamn Dodge, whatever the fuck it may be, if you like that shit, why do you not like it as much if somebody else has one?
Right. And
why does it become like, you know, like less sparkly if somebody else has one?
Right. And why can't you be like, well, fuck it, I like it so much, everybody should be able to get one of these.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how come it's never like that? Like, shit's so dope. Like, I want everybody to experience what it's like to ride like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, let's find a way to make Bentleys cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like,
right.
what? Like, wait, you know what I mean? Like, you're right, though. It's like this weird thing that we have as humans, and you fuck around and find out that it's embedded. It's like embedded in the American culture. Like, they call it the American dream or some shit like that. Like, it's embedded deeply in American culture to want to be doing better than the next person.
And it's so powerful that it's spread through the whole world.
Oh, bro, absolutely.
But, and I'm not saying that America is the reason why people are greedy, but I'm saying that
people been greedy.
America came on the scene as the Soviet Union was falling out. Right? Berlin, for 700 years, Berlin was New York City on steroids, right? Berlin was Shanghai, New York City, London, and Dubai all put together, killing it. And it was huge as fuck. When that bitch fell out, think about it. Around the time that the Soviet Union fell out, United States came. Now, around the time that the United States starts to fall down, who's there? China. Man, like, this shit ain't, man, come on, man. And but think about it, though. Motherfuckers in Russia are still doing fine, bro.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers in
Bro,
Ukraine are still doing fine.
bro,
Like,
you see the price of their groceries? That shit is nowhere near where our shit is. Like I
yeah,
don't understand. Like they paint all these fucking pictures for us, man. And when you actually fuck around, do some research. You fuck around and find out that it be the politicians who be the rapists, and that's of your pocket and of our children. As in, we just talked about the mayor. Like you
right.
fuck around, find out that like a lot of the most inspirational beings that they presented to you, like Ice Cube, or because he's greatly known for a revolutionary of gangster rap music that revolutionizes
Right, and
right
didn't
that
even grow up in Compton, was never a
yeah.
gangster, and his parents worked for UCLA.
Oh shit! And then you fuck around and
And then
find
the
out.
real gangster wasn't Snoop,
Mm-mm,
wasn't Pac,
mm-mm,
wasn't Suge. It
mm-mm,
was fucking Easy E.
mm-mm.
And what happened to Easy E?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man.
yeah, yeah. And it's just like I don't know, man. Like you can almost predict what's next in the movie. You know what I mean? We had that pandemic, right? So we had that movie play out. Like this, it's all of the movies that we've ever watched in life, right? You just see them all playing out. You know what I mean? And
How does this work, bro? How does it work that in the same country, North Korea, you've got the people that agree with the politics are living fine, and then you've got the other majority of the people that are collecting poo and paying that as their taxes. And if you don't have enough poo, you get sent to a gulag. When we talk about gulags in the past, we've talked about gulags a lot from the Soviet Union and all the shit that happened during that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's real out of touch. It's like, no, that just couldn't happen around here. Bro, like, we have those same things in the United States. They're called prisons. And I'm not saying that every prison is like this, but I'm saying a private prison is to do what? To make money. Okay? If you have a prison that allows people to leave that motherfucker and go work at a goddamn job and they get paid a third of what they should get paid, that's called fucking slavery, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
In a roundabout way, that is slavery. I'm not saying eliminate prisons or jail or cops or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is there's a real thin line in every country, I believe, especially the United States, between democracy, capitalism, communism, socialism. It's like it's all right here.
You want me to give you a good example of what's been going lately? Another fuck around, find out before we get up out of here. I say, shit, we got another 13 minutes, huh? Close out at 2.
13. That's that number, boy. 13.
So,
y'all watch that number 13. Every time something happens, there'll be a 13 in there somewhere. You're like, oh yeah, that's how they communicate.
So hold on, let me see. Oh, I got music playing. Okay, 160
Some dude just rode by playing that shit.
For real? You heard it?
Yeah, I don't know if I sound like SOTOV or some shit. Some dude rode by on his golf cart playing that shit.
So, $155 million complex. ABC 7 News. Skid Row housing. Excuse me. Skid Row. Where is that at? That's out in
L.A.
Cali, L.A. Right? Skid Row. Skid Row complex being built. 150, $160 million project, right? Each apartment building, right, that they have for the homeless is going to be worth 600 bands.
Okay, look. One second. One second.
Right?
Okay, now I know a guy that went, because he lived in LA, he went to Skid Row and he did an actual documentary. And he talked to real people that really live there. They don't want no goddamn housing. They don't want nothing to do with society at all. They want to be able to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And Skid Row was actually created by the CIA as an experiment to see if people would live there in shit-infested bullshit if they would just be drug addicts living there, or if they would have an actual economy. That's just the same way that Kirkwood
Wait,
projects
it's so
in
crazy that
Atlanta
you say
started.
that, because I was reading about this, right? And I'm like, so they're gonna build
This is just another experiment.
Right, yeah, I know. 155. Well, yeah, the facility has an exercise facility in it. It has like 6 balconies. It has so many units, all of these units in it. But like each individual unit is valued at, if we were to sell it, you know what I mean, is valued at $600,000 a unit. They're gonna
That's
give,
fucking. Now
bro. They're giving,
they
bro. They're
want to
giving,
re-gentrify Skid Row.
bro, nigga, right? There we go. Look, he said
They
it.
already got
Right, the
Oakland.
white dude
They
said
got
it. Why
Oakland.
did you say it?
Exactly. They already got Oakland to where they fixing to do that. San Francisco,
Yeah.
the same. Man, look.
Bruh,
And
listen,
think about it. Think about the type of person that's going to be living there. It's
right.
probably going to be, there's some rich ass Asians in that area, bro.
But my thing is like, how do you give apartment worth $600,000
To somebody that lives on the street and doesn't even know how to take care of their own goddamn tent? Who's paying for this? I know it's not some rich philanthropist.
Oh God!
You go so somebody that can't even afford a $600,000 apartment is about to pay for a $600,000 apartment to go to somebody that don't even give a fuck about having a $600,000 apartment, and eventually it's going to end up in some motherfucker's hands that buys it.
And they say this grand opening for the high-rise homeless shelter, Skid Row. My God, look at that fucking place. If I could show you the picture of it, it's fucking
I bet you,
immaculate.
is it on the 13th or some shit?
I have no idea. I will have to hold on. Let me go to the description.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hold on.
But think about it though. Like, I know spots in Atlanta that used to be straight up like the areas where you hear about you don't go. You know what I mean? And now is $1.2 million condo there, and a building with 500 of those bitches in them. So there's 500 or $600 million worth of condos in a building that used to be dilapidated as fuck and used for shooting up and prostitutions and shit. Like, come on, man. That's exactly what they're doing to Skid Row.
Yeah, bro. I agree, man. And I just said I fucked around and found out like, oh, we could do that, right? Like we could do that. Like we could. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the description of it. Okay. Because they had a dope description.
You know what that's like doing? That's like taking a cryptocurrency, right? And creating
it. Is it the future of public housing though too? Because like it's just like how do you justify though? Like I don't get like how do you justify?
Well, hold on just a goddamn second. How do you take an apartment in Skid Row and give it a $600,000 price tag value?
Well, I guess
in Skid Row,
the rooms, how many units it is divided.
No, but I'm just saying the area, bro. It's Skid fucking Row. Right. You still gonna have homeless people all around you.
Well, they've been kicking homeless people out of there, haven't they?
I don't know, but I know one thing. This is real life experience. The island that I live on, there's a homeless dude living on this island now, right? Uh-huh. He's got a big ass cart with a bicycle. This motherfucker has been literally blessed for being homeless here. It's unbelievable, bro. But nobody can get this motherfucker to work. He walks around fine. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he needs to work, but I'm saying you homeless, bro. So you might need to work. I know several people that own businesses. They've tried to give this motherfucker a job. He straight up looks at these people and says, I didn't come here to work. I came here to live on the beach and be a beach bum. So I take
Wow.
pictures of him all the time, and I'm like, that's a real beach bum right there.
Right.
Motherfucker admits it too, bro. And you know what?
Yeah.
The police can't do shit because this is a resort. So as long as that motherfucker bounces around and ain't loitering and bothering people, which he isn't, I give him that. He ain't fucking with nobody.
Right.
He can stay here. He could stay all day, all night. He don't got to do shit. He's sitting on public benches. He goes to public beaches. He uses public showers at the beaches, and he don't got to do a goddamn thing. So I'm sitting here asking myself and my wife, I'm like, well, shit, goddamn.
What the fuck we doing?
Should we just sell our shit and just bounce around this motherfucker? Because hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. If it was just me, I swear on everything, bro. If it was just me, I'd sell my house and I'd just bounce around this bitch.
I feel you, bro.
I'm dead ass serious, bro. This motherfucker got some nice pavilions he's sitting up under. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but think about it though, man. That's what we was just talking about with this shit, you know, in general. You know what I mean? Like, we should be able to feel like that. Like, you should be able to feel like you can do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
Well, I play my part, but like, it's so crazy that people, we will gladly, you know, pay taxes for, you know, these systems, these welfare systems, these pay for your shits, you know, paying people's housing. We'll do all of that, but we're against a universal income. Like, this shit never makes any sense because it's like,
it doesn't make.
we're paying
So it's
for
like,
it anyway.
so it's like, okay, so everybody is behind Social Security, right?
Right.
Everybody's behind helping people in need. Everybody's behind affordable housing. Everybody's behind all these programs that get wish-washed and the money goes to here and there and it don't even go to the real people. But we're against a universal basic income that could possibly prevent a lot of the fucking problems that we need all this shit for anyway.
2 hours a day to push a button in a vertical farm. Nigga, you telling me that we got the technology that we can pay everybody almost 300 grand to work 10 hours a week, and people are like, we could set up a whole business structure behind that to where, you know what I mean? Obviously you can have robots flipping your burgers. We don't need that shit. You can have this and this. People don't really need to do none of that. All you need to do is make sure we got something to eat. You know what I mean? And then after that, nigga, what do? You know what I mean? Whatever you want. People, and like, I had so many, like, I had this whole conversation with people online, bro. And people were like, bro, like, I didn't know you were communist or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? They're like, that's some communism.
Like, well, actually, your democracy would be closer to a communist than
I'm like, bro,
communism.
all I'm saying
than
is that
true socialism is actually, if people don't really know, Hitler was actually a socialist, and the reason why that the main war popped off was because democracy.
Well, and let me tell you, there's also
democracy is not for socialism. Socialism is for taking care of. Socialism is the nation taking care of its people.
But guess who was a socialist dictator though? Gaddafi. They called him a dictator, but guess what? If you lived there, you got paid. You got paid just to be a citizen. Do you know why? Because they sold so much fucking oil that every citizen got a piece of it. You got like $600 a week. Like, that's like what niggas make working. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get like a $600 paycheck a week just because your country is selling bundles of oil to everybody.
Yep.
And because you live on the land and it's part of your land and part of your resources, you getting paid. You don't have to even work. I mean, technically, if you was $19.99 getting $600 a week, you was paid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and that's just for nothing. That's just for nothing. Not let alone being like, okay, he's a dictator, but guess what? If you wanted to go to college for medicine, you got to go for free. And he sent your ass to Cuba. Oh, guess what else? If you got married, he gave you a 0% interest loan on a house.
Look at this.
Like, that's
the citizens there. Think about this, bro. The citizens there were given the same type of benefits as immigrants get here.
Yep, agreed.
Okay, think about it. You could be smart as fuck and live in the United States and get passed up on a college career, basically, and being accepted into a college because of a person that doesn't live in the country that gets that spot first.
Yep.
Because equality says so. That's just not.
If we were really about the
this
people,
country.
man,
This country is doing that same thing that Gaddafi was doing,
backwards.
but doing it for other people.
Backwards. They're doing it backwards. Yeah.
And then
Absolutely backwards.
And then you get a portion of people that go to school, to go to college, right? And they don't even use their degree, or they can't make no money doing it. And then the government comes in and wants to say that the taxpayers should pay. So somebody that decided not to go to college for whatever reason is supposed to pay for this motherfucker over here because see that? Come on.
That's how you know that college was a whole scam. I fucked around and found that out. I tried to tell my mom, she was, she got 2 degrees, so she was adamant about me going to college. And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, it's a scam. And guess what? Every place my mom tries to get hired at right now, to this day, as a 67-year-old woman, is guess what? She's too overqualified. I said, ain't that crazy, Mom? You too overqualified to even get a job at this age. They won't hire you because they have to pay you 300 bands a year because of your fucking experience and all in your college degrees. So you're right. That was a fucking all a scam, and you fuck around and find out that shit, bro. Oh, it's 2:00 by the way. I don't mean to keep us rambling on for this fuck around find out Tuesday, but it's been another fine one. So I'd like to leave y'all with this final thought. Make sure that you stay fucking around and find out, but not to the extent of hurting yourself. Obviously, stay open to new ideas. Do a little bit of research. Understand that your mayor might be touching kids. Here's all your favorite gangsters were probably not gangsters. Most likely actors. The world is a stage, and prepare for some fuck shit to happen pretty soon with how everything's looking.
Yeah. And don't forget, you could be in London fog. We'll be back tomorrow with WTF Wednesday. What the fuck Wednesday?
Yeah.
Still undefeated. Visit thinkhighcrew.com.
Yeah, gotta scream it like alert, alert, spoil alert. Another track with another verse coming from the netherworld. Got this body on a tether cord, portal on my back like a ninja sword. We at war, but the fog don't show what the conscious knows, so that I can't see where the mind won't go. Love is the absence of fear, befriended the demons, so angels stay near. Angles appear, shapes create prisms, and prisons of mirrors. Clash with the gods with this pen as a spear. Been through the hell without showing the fear. We implode what you holding so dear. Explosion is floating your ears. Fractals on fractals of focus so clear. Dying so well that my living is weird. But you feeling is weird. But you feeling is here. Cause the truth is the truth, nigga. No matter what you call fact. And the fact of the matter is, I'm certain I'm mad on these tracks. Controlling the frequency as I vibrate so geniusly. It's just the free in me. Or maybe these shrooms gave birth to my truth through this womb. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. Popping shrooms, rolling lie in my London fog. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. My London fog. Fucking London fog.
But it appears that the ancients were interested in the study of how to discriminate and discern which were the good angles coming in and which were the bad angles. In astrology, they're angles or angels, and the language of angels is astrology.
Yo, everything came from black, so we can put a halt to the races. The issue is awakening the mass population for removal of the faces. See, what you seeing is a matrix, so what you seeing is a womb with a full spectrum, bringing life when the ray hit. I can hear it like I'm hearing what my name is. I can feel it even running through my veins in. They made a maze for amazement. I took a prison and I turned it to a playpen. I am Christ in the flesh, fire in a fire-based body, pouring water on the earth when I air. It's all inside of me, what shall I ever compare? It's all surrounding me, what shall I ever draw near? They want me drowning, but fire and water put me in the air. All in that ether, it gathers soon.
Ice Cube got that mean mug on his face. Didn't even grow up in Compton. Oh, bitch ass motherfucker.
I think and imagine it. They want me dead when I spit on this bitch. Niggas rise up like Lazarus. That's fucking supreme. I'm programming dream while they talking that fabric. I will call Dacious, revealing the faces on all of your savages. That's why I be getting high in my London frog.
Fuck the mayor of that mayor of the town.
In my London
Bastard, I hope your ass
That's
is
why I be
360.
getting high in my London frog. Yeah, my London.
And maybe you get in there with Bubba. Bubba got that reel for you. But we're going to get up out of here, everybody. Don't forget, there's a war for your soul. It's true. It's real. To be supreme, what are the odds of it? Huh?
See y'all tomorrow for What the Fuck Wednesday. Gonna play us out with war. Keep your mind and your soul intact. We love.
To be supreme, what are the odds of it? In a place where our wars define what honor is. Every day we having battles with all kind of shit. But it's up beside the mirror where the challenge lives. Face to face with the ruler of our universe. And we can never see she's reflecting all of our inner work. Our intentions should be something other than riches. Our values don't match our value. We live in a contradiction. Listen, we ask for eternity and we got something more. Now we run away from life just to go to war. Embracing all the struggle like it's a distant brother. Not learning there's no struggle if we embrace each other. But this money got y'all acting different. Ain't no activism, cause activists don't act on a common interest. They want you to choose a side. They divide, you get conquered. The winners get the honor of ranking you as a monster. Cause this is war. They telling us his story, but it's not the truth. Let alone even relevant to me or you. Tell him eat your stardust when you rolling through. Cause his body ain't nothing but a cosmic coupe. And that's the very thing these humans try to hide from you. They don't want you to see the God that lies inside of you. In this information war, we're being lied to. Because there is no Messiah that is provided to you. There is no supreme being that lives outside of self. And if you don't believe me, your denial's felt. So who am I to try to empower the powerless? Cause for the truth, I push courage out of a coward's chest. Pull verses from universes to encourage purpose. So every rhyme is like a pregnant virgin, birthing diamonds from a lifeless surface. Arise a serpent to the eye, climb that ladder on a spine as we remind the mind that this is war. Through our pores, our essence is now a weapon for this war.